I'd like to welcome all the devotees back for the 30th anniversary of Devasadan Mandir. It was just totally amazing that Srila Prabhupada had such love for his disciples, and he personally could touch so many people. One way we're trying to repay him is we're trying to preserve this temple that he chose. This is one of the few temples in the world that Prabhupada personally chose to become a temple.
Srila Prabhupada saw the potential. He said if you just purchase this building, then everything will happen if Krishna comes here.
This was previously just all burned out, bombed out buildings, the pretty dicey neighborhood, and now you can see this is just absolutely impressive. All built up since the devotees took over the temple.
The vision of this renovation project is really to renovate the Detroit ISKCON temple so that it can promote Krishna consciousness and Vedic culture through Srila Prabhupada's teaching for generations to come.
When he came to Detroit, it was always so exciting. I know many of you remember when he came, we were so busy getting everything ready for him. It usually rained right before he came so that the whole atmosphere would be purified, and then it would stop raining and the sun would come out, and then Prabhupada would arrive at the temple.
Prabhupada was like to sit out on the veranda here. He would sit out there facing the river from about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night till about 9 o'clock at night. And he loved it. The boats would go by and honk, and Prabhupada would say, Hare Krishna.
Because this was an extremely important project to Srila Prabhupada, one of the crown jewels of ISKCON. He was very, very proud of the center, and the place that it held in America and also in the city of Detroit.
A lot of us who were in that sort of the first team that got the building and got it into the Bhaktivedanta Cultural Center worked very hard and created, the various aspects of it that really shone in its heyday. But I sometimes think that, creation is easy and maintenance is hard.
For the last year or so, I've been starting to just in a small way get back involved with the Friends of the Fisher Mansion and trying to fix some of the problems that are endemic in a house like this, and this house of worship, this house of Radhakunja Bihari, due to the efforts of the devotees who are here and also the congregational members. There's a plan afoot to help refurbish this temple and to bring it back to its old glories.
We broke it down in several sections. It's the exteriors of the temples we want to renovate and also the interiors. And then the temple gardens, as you notice, a lot of the gardens need some of the renovation. The Govinda restaurant is one of the key items which brings a lot of the folks back to the temple. And the last item is that this is important that once we renovate all these temples, we need to have some kind of an operating plan that the folks can maintain the temple and the ambiance as it remains as we restore the temple. This is, again, example of the theater where in the roofing you have some of the water damages and you see a lot of the ceilings of tiles are given away. And of course, you see the wrought iron which is supporting the ceiling is actually exposed. That's because the plaster has literally fallen off. And pretty soon, if not addressed, the wrought irons will rust away because iron will rust with water, and then it'll give way, it won't be able to support the weight of the ceiling. So this is more example of that. This is the Kofor Dam's inside. So this is where the water came over the Kofor Dam into the area where the theater was totally flooded, almost 3 inches of water there. This is where we see a lot of the water. This is the storm drain, which seems to back up when there is a rain. This is the deck area I think we should really fill and get the water away from the mansion. This is, again, because the gutter is missing, a lot of the water has damaged the stucco walls, and that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, this is Gil Groen and his wife Nancy, who were the people who owned the house when Prabhupada came, and they so graciously sold it to Srila Prabhupada.
We're very pleased to be back, but we're also very pleased that you purchased it and that you have the fun of maintaining it. We were married to this place for a long time, seven years, and we hope you continue to enjoy it and use it for good purposes.
Okay, what are you going to do to help this place get back on its feet?
Any service I can get my hands on, whatever there is, any opportunity to serve devotees, the temple, service.
Yeah, I could probably help doing some of the painting. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, I can donate a little, whatever I can contribute today, right now.
Every other Sunday I come and cut up all the vegetables for the Sunday feast.
We'll come and visit, then we'll donate some money to it.
Time and energy is more than I can do it anytime. Some part of money too. Funding.
These are, of course, initial estimates. We still think it's around $1 million to $2 million. It's not a small effort to move the and call for dams and so on. And this was the original timeline we put together. In fact, we are doing quite a bit of work right now under assessment as well as charity work. And I'll give you an update on those. We have gotten donation to help the parking lot. The asphalt will be topped. The second, we also gotten donation for installation of the security system, maintenance of the garden, the sprinkler systems, and lawn maintenance. And some of one of the Prabhus have donated so they will maintain year after year. And I think that's wonderful. We also gotten donations to repair the fountains. This is kind of a quick update in a nutshell, what we have done so far and where we want to go. Of course, this can only happen with the help of Lord Krishna's blessings, as well as all of your help and the folks who are interested in keeping this temple for years to come.
The history that we're creating here is actually more important for the city than you know, these other corporations or whatever like that. Detroit will always have a very special place in my heart because it was special to Prabhupada. You know, he really cared a lot about the devotees here and the center. And, you know, because not for what it was, not for any material aspects of it, but for the simple reason that it was attractive, that it would attract people to come here and to see Krishna. We have the potency here actually to change people's lives, their spiritual lives, just by them coming here and visiting. It's not important because of Mr. Fisher or anything that's in it, or Lekha Shivanti or myself or anybody. You know, it's important because it's attractive for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pure representative. And by coming here, they can change the course of their lives, of their spiritual life. Thank you. Hare Krishna.